I used to think it was a bit weird that I was able to make music with my headphones on in a room and there was somebody else there, not getting distracted, actually focusing, getting something done. I thought it was about accountability, but more recently I've realized it's just how my brain is wired. I need somebody else to be there. And it isn't about being bad at working alone. Actually, for a lot of neurodiverse brains and creatives, the regulation of having somebody else around is super helpful. It's really well documented. And actually, even recently, my daughter's found out that she's got dyslexia. And we've started, when she's kind of working on a project, we both go and sit down at the kitchen table. It's relatively quiet. Maybe there's some music on. She's working away, I'm working away, and we can easily pass an hour or two and find a way for both of us to be focused and do the work that we need to do. It's not that you're weak or bad at working alone, it's that we're wired for being in the presence of other people. That idea of kind of co-regulation, the fact that if I'm sitting there working, it's way harder for me to just pick up my phone and start doom scrolling. And in my last video, I'll link it up here, I talk about how rejection sensitive dysphoria throws up all sorts of, ideas that we're under threat, and that threat is really life-threatening, even if it's just a tiny little bit of constructive criticism. And this is another way in which being together with people helps us to regulate and helps us to take all of those things down a notch. And I've been finding it super helpful. And I realized it when, back in September, we ran a trial. It was kind of co-working, co-creating. It was a space to start to build a little bit of a community. And I thought I was there to facilitate it. But after a while, I realized that I really needed it for me. That it was helping me to have a time block in the calendar, but also to have other people showing up, knowing that I had to be there for them. And I didn't always go in thinking, I know what I'm going to get done. But certainly when everyone else started saying, I'm here and I'm working on my college project, or I need to get this art piece done for a commission, then I was like, oh, this is my moment for me to carve out and do something. And it wasn't just that I finished a piece of work, but I actually said to people there that this is the next piece I'm going to put up and I'm going to release. And they were encouraging and they wanted to hear it. And I said that I'd send them the link. So I was putting myself on the hook to release it out there. And they'd already maybe heard little snippets of the music I was working on. We were on the call, but they were going to get the full version sent to them. And that gave me a sense of impetus and a sense of accountability, a sense of kind of social pressure a little bit, but also a sense of pride to go, I said I was going to do a thing, I promised it, and here's the link. And being able to get that out is probably one of the most important things. And it's very helpful for us to be able to do that releasing piece out into the world. And it isn't a weakness that we would want to work alongside people. Creatives have always done it. In the past, the painter's studio would have been full of people that were working alongside each other. The writers would have gone to salons and written together. Now that might not work so much if everyone's sitting there banging stuff out on a typewriter. So maybe the writer's shed at the end of the garden does make a lot of sense if you're working on a typewriter. And us musicians were in bands, troupes and orchestras. Very rarely were musicians playing, working, writing alone. It was always collaborative. And the kind of idyllic idea of like Bon Iver off in his cabin in the woods, recording a seminal album with like one guitar and one mic is beautiful, but I think it's quite estranged from reality and from the way a lot of people work. So I think this is a very new idea that we would be at home doing it alone. And also the technology has enabled us to do that. I mean, I can sit here with all this gear around me and have drums and bass and synths and the whole band here all in different boxes. And in the same way that you can if you're a designer or a filmmaker, if you're an artist, if you're working in the digital realm, even if you're working in the physical realm and you digitize it and you can post it online, all of those steps are now something we can do from our phones. So the technology has enabled it to happen, but that doesn't mean that it isn't the right time for us to come together and work together in each other's presence. And you can't get this same experience by banging into ChatGTP, hey, I'm going to work on this thing today, come back and ask me how I'm doing in 15 minutes, or setting a timer on your phone. It's not the same. It's not something that AI can replicate because it's got no body to embody so that we can share that sense of space in the world. So it really is about other people, even remotely. It's wild how great it feels, even just on a screen, to have, like yesterday, we had 6 or 7 people on a call, and for everyone to say what they were working on and to move on. It's just a sense of humanity and excitement and creativity. Not everyone was doing like really creative work. Some people were getting their admin out of the way. One person was working on a college project. Some person was writing a landing page for their website. So in lots of realms it is creativity, but it's more about being there beside each other and understanding the value of that. And an interesting thing that Caroline, who was doing her college project, said, I wouldn't have made the time for this today. This wasn't on my radar, but because I'm here, I'm agreeing to it, I'm saying it in front of you, and she actually got started on 2 of her assignments. So it was super helpful for her to take that step and move forward. And to show you that this works, there's a link in the description for the track that I recorded, and I'm going to put it up on SoundCloud. There'll be a link there for you to go and give it a play. Let me know what you think. Parallel Play runs Tuesday evenings and Thursday afternoons, so that catches the US morning and lunchtime. It is pay what you want, and that includes Xero. Come along, try it out. Create something, post something, and see what the rest of us are up to. We'd love to have you along. The link is in the description. YouTube is going to recommend another video specifically picked for you. Have a watch of that. But don't get distracted. Don't get brought down the rabbit hole. If it serves you, watch that. I'll be here again over the next little while. Love to see you on Parallel Play. And until next time, stay creative.